Haven't you been tired of suffering, struggle, and drama? Are you trying to figure it out mentally? Are you trying to solve it using psychology or psychotherapy? Did at some point of your journey you were told that you have to feel your feelings? Did you make yourself wrong because you couldn't or it didn't work as it should? Did you end up feeling more messed up than before? And how much did this help you change anything? Stay with me, and I will present you a different approach that will create different possibilities and huge change in your life. Let's see how feeling can be beneficial. Feeling what? When you feel your body, you feel physical sensations and emotions or feelings. What is the difference between emotions and feelings? Emotions are automatic physiological responses triggered by stimuli. They are universal and biologically hardwired, arising without conscious thought. Feelings are the subjective interpretation and conscious awareness of emotion. They are shaped by personal experiences, thoughts, beliefs, and memories. So, emotions arise first, not consciously. They are short-lived and usually more intense. They involve changes in the body and brain, like increased heart rate, sweating, amygdala activation, and are often universal across cultures, and they serve evolutionary purposes. Happiness, fear, anger, surprise, sadness, and disgust are called basic emotions. Feelings occur after emotions and are always the result of brain interpretation. They involve cognitive processing and reflection. They are personal and shaped by past experiences, and they can persist long after the initial trigger. Let's see an example. Suppose you hear a very loud noise. You feel surprised and a sudden rush of fear. Your heart races, you freeze momentarily. That's because fear response to loud noises is a natural and instinctive reaction that is deeply rooted in the body's survival mechanisms. Even newborn babies feel it. So if you realize it was just the wind that blew open a door, you might feel relief. If you think your partner forgot a window open and wind blew your project all around the floor, you might feel frustration or mild anger. If your project was blown out of the window in the rain, you might feel irritated with your partner, or resignation, or very angry, depending on how you interpret their behavior as indifference, mistake, or intentional. If you think this is the only copy you can have and you need it for your work tomorrow, you might feel despair. If you think it was an intruder that burst into your house, you might feel terrified. If you think it's your father who burst to avoid the rain, you might feel calm. All these are feelings, not emotions, and they are the result of mind interpretations. My name is Anna Meidani. I am an awareness and breakthrough accelerator. My specialty is guiding people back to their authentic truth and power so that they can fully step into their purpose. For most of my life, I was introverted, intellectual, and had no clue about the whole range of emotions and feelings. The first time I experienced depression about 15 years ago, one of my first psychologists suggested that if I wanted to know myself and understand my situation, I had to know how I feel. Do you know what I did afterwards? I Googled it. Then I started watching videos about how to feel your feelings. Then I searched for traumas. I tried to get in touch with my inner child. I tried completion process. It, it didn't work for me. I improved my awareness. I realized some childhood blocks, but still something told me I was doing it wrong. I was learning about feelings and emotions. I was intellectualizing, not feeling, because you can't feel cognitively. You feel through the body. How feelings affect suffering, struggle, trauma, and drama. Some kinds of feelings create suffering, struggle, trauma, and drama. I won't deny that being able to feel what's going on in your body can be a huge benefit. Being aware of your feelings and emotions, especially real time, can also be a huge benefit. When you are suppressing or denying your feelings and emotions, your resistance makes them grow and grow and grow until you eventually have to face them. Because you're not dealing with them. You're not meeting the needs that are going to make themselves known to you through the negative feelings and emotions. So, being aware of your feelings and emotions can enhance self-awareness, improve emotional regulation, promote decision making, improve mental, emotional, and physical health. But how many of you succeeded on that? Yes, there might be some improvement from being more aware and learning psychological tricks to handle difficult situations, but what percent of what you expected have you actually achieved? Did you make yourself wrong about not making it right? Did you think that there's something intrinsically flawed in you, right? Wrong. Because this process can be easily turned into a trap. So, how can your feelings turn into a trap? My point of view is that just by making it significant, we make it difficult. We try hard to do it right, to reach an awareness that will bring the breakthrough we are waiting for. Many people stay stuck in the righteousness of their feelings and emotions in unproductive or even harmful ways, like over identifications with feelings or emotions. You are your emotions, and you are afraid to lose them because you will lose yourself. Thinking, I am sad, instead of I feel sad, creates artificially a permanent instead of a temporary state. Escaping or avoiding action. Staying stuck in feelings or emotions like they are the ultimate truth keeps you from finding and changing the situations creating them. Feeling overwhelmed by what you feel is a valid excuse for not acting or making decisions. Dependency on emotional validation. When you're always doubting what you feel, you're also looking for external validation. If you don't get that validation, then you make yourself wrong. If you get that validation, then you create a more solid reality of it instead of finding ways to change the situation. Reactivity. When you hold on to your feelings, remembering, revalidating, You don't allow them to change. You always keep a certain amount of them with you. And when something triggers a related feeling, it adds on to the already half full balloon, which bursts before you know. Ruminating. If you spend too much time reprocessing negative emotions or past events, you get caught in a cycle of distressing thoughts. This can make you feel overwhelmed, it can prolong negative emotions, and create a self-perpetuating downfall by amplifying all previous effects. It prevents you from moving forward or solving the actual issue. All this can tangle you so much, and the thing is, you create your life by the frequencies you broadcast every moment. Until now, I was talking mainly from a psychological perspective. Let's talk a little bit energetically now. For the same reason you don't want to hold on to negative or even unpleasant thoughts, you don't want to hold on to negative or even unpleasant feelings. The more you emanate negative for you frequencies, the more you create circumstances with similar energy imprint. And if you are watching this video, you are likely a very energetically aware person. More than 90% of your thoughts, your feelings, and your emotions don't belong to you. And when I say you, I mean the being that is the authentic occupant of your body. They usually belong to other people, other beings, or even programs. You are just aware of it. You're picking it up because you're like a big psychic radio receiver. Wanna check it out? Ask, what percent of the thoughts, feelings, and emotions I am aware of are actually mine? What feels lighter to you? More than 80% or less than 80%? More than 50% or less than 50%? More than 25% or less than the 25%? More than 10% or less than 10%? The main purpose of emotions and feelings is to provide awareness and guidance. They are supposed to support us like a compass everywhere our brain is not enough. Would you put a magnet close to a compass to make sure it is pointing to the right direction? Because this is what you're doing when you hold on to your feelings and emotions on purpose. You are distorting your guidance. Or would you use somebody else's compass to guide you? Because this is what you're doing when you absorb other people's feelings and emotions and believe they are yours. You are using a compass that is not yours. And when you try to process its signals, you will believe you are somewhere different than from where you are. And you will think you want to go where the other person believes they want to go. So don't fall into the trap. And if you got into it, make a different choice. Every time you feel something, ask, does this belong to me, someone else, or something else? Does this belong to me, someone else, or something else? Just by asking this question, you are expanding your awareness. Which one feels lighter or expanding to you? Try it, and you will find out that only a few percent of what you are feeling is yours. And When you do find it's not yours, get rid of it or return it to center. It works most of the time. And if it feels yours, do you like feeling like this? What if these energies don't feel good because they are a lie? There are a set of fake emotions and feelings that are implanted into bodies by interference. Normal, authentic emotions, when you feel them, they dissolve, dissipate, or change because their purpose is only to notify you of a situation. These fake emotions, when you feel them, they amplify and they get bigger. Each cycle, they grow using your mind by grabbing all related viewpoints and using them to engage you to amplify or make stronger the false emotions. The more you struggle with them, the more energized they get. They eventually become all consuming and take you over until your body is depleted or completely exhausted. They are designed to shut you down. They are like holographic projectors that project a synthetic emotion into your body, usually around your solar plexus, to keep you trapped in a looping or a churning emotion that cycles around, growing by grabbing more viewpoints and energy each time. Fear, uncertainty, jealousy, anger, rage, fury, hate, blame, shame, regret, and guilt. And they have many branches. Wouldn't you like to get rid of them after you get their message? Would you like to take back the control of your life? Do you know they can be used against you by other beings, implanted programs, and other people? My interesting point of view is that some people, instead of feelings, are using awareness for guidance. Just like thinking is the lower harmonics of knowing, feeling is the lower harmonics of perceiving. Do you know how knowing is far superior than thinking? Just like driving or swimming or simple math, when you know it, you don't have to think. Now I will put my left foot there and my right hand there, and I will do this and I will do that. You just know what to do. And have you ever got the message that you're done descending to limitation and struggle? That you don't have to hurt yourself anymore? That you don't have to be sad? That you don't have to be a victim anymore? I believe most of us have got the message at different times. And it's just about acknowledging that you've had enough. It's about deciding you've hit the bottom enough and you can explore up now. So, if you are interested in finding more about how these feelings work, mostly against you, and how to get rid of them easily, please write a comment below. And if you would like one-to-one support to create massive change, we can schedule a free 30-minute call to explore if we are a good fit to work together. So just send me an email and see you in a couple of weeks.